So I'm here at the CTIA Clearwire with Anton, who's working for on the marketing department. So can you, so 4G, what is 4G? What is the technology Clearwire is using so far?
So we're a technology agnostic company. We deploy mobility in our WiMAX. We use WiMAX as our technology. We're targeting 120 million markets, 120 million pops by the end of this year. So population is covered by the end of 2010, 120 million people. We've launched in a number of different markets, major markets such as Houston, Dallas, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Boston to date, many more that I can name. But you can go to clear.com and see all of those. But again, we have many more to come before we hit that 120 million pops.
Okay. So what are the main cities in the roadmap coming? Like you told me, Los Angeles.
That's right. So we've got Los Angeles, California, New York on the docket coming soon. Some other major markets around the company that we haven't launched yet. Right now we're in a build state to get to that 120 million. For the markets that we launch, we're going back and make sure we're fortifying those networks as we add on more and more customers and they're eating up and chewing up more bandwidth. So that's the state of our business right now.
Okay, so you told me that Clearwire did start like a new business in really pushing the 4G in the US. And so what is how do you see Europe? You told me interesting things about...
Right. The one advantage we have here in the United States is that we hold a significant spectrum position. North of 85% when you talk about spectrum holdings in the metropolitan, the top 100 cities in the U.S., that allows us to go and provide metropolitan coverage to most of the major cities in the U.S. The U.S. population is roughly around 314 million people. That's a significant amount of that portion. By the end of the year, we'll cover over a third of that with 120 million people. So when we talked about earlier, you asked me a question about WiMAX globally. If you go onto the WiMAX forum, you'll see that there are over 595 different WiMAX deployments. Some of those are test deployments, some of those are live deployments. You look at Russia, they're doing quite well with their WiMAX deployment. But you need that spectrum position to make it fiduciarily responsible as an operator to deploy that type of network, as with any network. Spectrum is key.
Okay, and so just to summarize, can we say how much people are using 4G in the US?
Sure. I mean, when you look at our average customer, at the end of the month, they're using in the neighborhood of 7 gigabyte. We don't cap, which is kind of unheard of when you look at a mobile operator, when you look at many operators, they cap at a certain amount and then you start paying extra. Our CEO set the standard and has reinforced that message a number of times that we're not going to cap our customers. We recognize that internet is an integrated part into what we do, our daily living. It's a behavior, if you will. So we recognize that this is only going to grow. So if we want to grow along with our customers and meet their needs, we have to give them services that match what they're asking for. Capping doesn't exactly get us there. Having an unwalled guarding where they can bring their own devices and services to the table, connect, be it through Wi-Fi or a WiMAX-enabled device, 4G-enabled device, really is what we're trying to enable and what we're doing for our customers.
Okay, thank you, Anton. And this is the nice marketing message, or really? Thank you.